Do you have a fancy dog? If so, get their ears perked. They're going to want to hear about this. It's Prospector Show on Rock 107. Now, I didn't see this Saturday when I was at Village Pet Supplies in Luzerne, Kate. Do you know what I'm talking about here?
Yes, I do. The Dolce & Gabbana new perfume for dogs. It is called Fife.
I was thinking it'd be called like Eau de Turd. I don't know.
Of course you would.
No, that's what dogs like. I see them smelling that stuff all the time.
It's named after co-founder Domenico's Dolce's puppy.
Oh, well, there you go. All right,
Isn't
great.
that cute?
I'm betting you don't spray it on. You dump it in the grass. They roll all over it and get their backs all into it, right?
They say it's been approved by vets.
Okay.
Lasts all day, and dogs seem to really enjoy the scent.
So does it smell like other dogs' butts or something? Like what? I'm just thinking about where I see my dogs. Well, not my dogs, but my daughter's dog's nose going.
Betty?
Yeah.
Their website describes it as an olfactory masterpiece featuring the cocooning and warm notes of ylang, plus the clean and enveloping touch of musk and the woody, creamy undertones of sandalwood. I love sandalwood.
So it sells like sandalwood and Elon Musk. Okay, I got it.
Probably supposed.
It's probably not cheap either, right? It's like crazy expensive. 3.5.
Yeah, it was 3.5. Ounce bottle costs over $100, but you get a free Dolce & Gabbana dog collar with it, with a customized name tag.
Every time you buy one? Because after I buy one, what the hell do I need the rest of those for? I don't know. Listen, either way, it's out there. It's on the market.
Tired of wasting money on noble causes? Spoil your dog with Dolce & Gabbana's new Fife, a perfume for dogs. Because nothing says opulence like an overpriced cologne for your pup who'd probably prefer to roll in squirrel poop or mud. Why donate to science and try and make a difference in the world when you can drench your dog in Fife? Make every sniff a reminder of your pretentious choices. Fife by Dolce & Gabbana, because your dog's dignity is worth every penny.
Breaking the news that's already broken. It's time for Prospector's Briefs on Rock 107.
IHOP is bringing back the all-you-can-eat pancakes. Historians will look back at this as the first shot fired in the war on Ozempic. An Italian Olympic gymnast is endorsed by Parmesan cheese. The deal almost fell through, though, when she tried to cash the first check, and it was no Gouda. Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez have reportedly stopped speaking to each other. Judging by their most recent movies, they should probably also stop speaking to their agents.
Prospector ruins everything, even the news. Tune in tomorrow for Prospector's Briefs on Rock 107. Life's pretty tough right now. There's plenty of bad news, but it's not all bad. It's time for the brighter side of Prospector on Rock 107.
An 18-year-old from Oklahoma named Reed Markham just did his annual backpack giveaway on Saturday. Volunteers handed out more than 6,000 backpacks for back-to-school season, along with school supplies. He gets it sponsored by nonprofits every year. He's handed out more than 33,000 backpacks since 2017 and over $1.3 million worth of binders, crayons, and other stuff.
Thanks. We needed that. The brighter side of Prospector on Rock 107.
It's time to have a little fun on the phones. Good morning. I'm Rock 107's Prospector, and I got an email from a woman who is an HR director for a big real estate company. Her name's Angeline, and she said, hey, Prospector, I would love for you to prank call a guy who works at our office. The office is like administrator. His name is Brian, and maybe you can come up with an idea. So I came up with the idea that we'd like to use this conference room to record our podcast, and ostensibly he could be a guest on the podcast, but it's really not going to work that way. It's another Prospector prank call.
Hi, Realty Group is Brian.
Yeah, hi, Brian. My name's Rick. I wanted to talk to you quick if you have a second. You're the office administrator, right?
Yeah, that's me.
Okay. Well, I'll let you know what we're doing. I have a podcast called Beards and Bro, and me and my guys wanted to invite you to be a part of our podcast on our next episode. And if, is that something you're allowed to do?
I think so. Yeah. What does it entail, really?
All you have to do is sit in with us, just provide your hot take on, topics of the day. We really don't do politics, but other than that, it's kind of wide open. We'll set up. We can even come to you, as a matter of fact. If you'd like, we can come down there.
Yeah.
Do you have like a conference room or something like that?
Yeah, we have a conference room.
Great. It'd take about 2 hours. We come down, we set up, get all the mics up and all that, do about an hour podcast, and then tear everything down and put it back away. Kind of sit around, discuss the topics of the days. It's Beards and Bro, and it's real simple, quick guy stuff. How big is your conference room? How many chairs?
It's 10 chairs and around the table, and then there's a couple of extra chairs in the room.
Okay, yeah. Our group has 14, so with you there'd be 15. So we need to be able to sit 15 for the podcast.
15, really?
Yeah, 15 people on the podcast.
Well, will you be the one interviewing me?
Well, not interviewing you. I mean, I'm the one that hosts, but you just jump in with your hot takes. You know, it's like, hey, Brian's got a thought, and then you just pop in and do something really good. And the more you have a good hot take, the more you get to talk. It's really, it's kind of like,
it seems like 14 people that I'm not really going to be on it. I mean, it just sounds like...
Here's what I'm going to do. Here's what we'll do. Do you guys have coffee there?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Reserve the conference room. Get the chairs. Grab some coffee, have it available. Maybe pick up some donuts or pastries or sandwiches or something to set all that up.
Wait, I have to pick up the donuts and the pastries?
Yeah, well, you can pick up whatever you want. It doesn't have to be donuts, but, just something for the guys to eat while we're there, something to snack on. It's going to be a lot of fun.
It sounds like you want me to provide all the food and coffee, and I'm not even going to be on it. You just want my conference.
You're going to be on it just as much as you want. Look. Do you want us to make you famous or not? Because it sounds like...
I've never even heard of your podcast. You know, I appreciate the phone call, but honestly, it sounds like you just want me to provide food for your podcast, basically. I mean, that's really what you want.
Is that so? Oh, so your business, the margins are so thin that you can barely afford donuts. Is that it?
No, it's not the issue.
Okay.
The issue is that, you guys are just coming in to use my conference room and pretending like I'm a guest on the podcast when
I'm sorry, are you not a guest on the podcast?
Well, I mean, 14 people? I mean, how am I going to...
Look, if you stink, no one's going to hear you, okay? If you have a hot take, if you're good, you're going to get on, all right? Look, I can't put diapers on you and rub your back through the podcast. You got to strap it on. You got to be a man about it.
Excuse me? You know what? You're being a real...
Oh, really? I am, right? You're the one that won't buy donuts to get famous on a podcast.
I'm not going to buy you donuts, okay?
Oh, really? That prevents you from being on a podcast.
We're not a donut shop. Okay?
You're obviously not doing that well at real estate, or you can afford some donuts. Good Lord. Working for you has got to be like a nightmare, man. Thank goodness.
You know what? You're being a okay?
I know you said that. I know.
I don't appreciate the way you're talking to me.
How about this? You just sit in your office and make prank calls all day.
What are you even talking about? You're not even making sense right now.
I am. It's a prank call. It's a Prospector prank call, man. It's not real.
Who is this?
Brian, it's Prospector. You're on Rock 107 right now, dude. It's a prank call. Not real. I don't have a podcast, Beers and Bros, nothing like that.
Oh, my goodness.
Angeline, the lady that does HR, emailed us your name and phone number and said we could try to call you and use your conference room for free.
Angeline, this is hilarious.
All right, listen, you're not mad, right?
No, this is... Woo! I'm going to have a talk with her, though.
Look, and just so you know, I might need to make some more calls later, so if you don't mind, could you get that conference room set aside for me? I'd appreciate it, dude.
Come on, man.
He's quirky and cranky, and that makes for a lot of awkward interactions.
What a jerk.
Help Prospector learn from his mistakes. It's time for Am I a Jerk? On Rock 107.
My wife and I were out doing some shopping, some outdoor furniture shopping. We get to one place, we pick up some things we really like. We head to the counter. Nobody's there. There's a bell. There's a sign that says, please ring for service. Ding, 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 ding. Nothing. Waited out. A couple of minutes go by. Ding, 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 ding. Nothing. Keep waiting it out. Now it's like 10 minutes have gone by, so I say to my wife, Tara, I'm like, just stay put here in case somebody comes. I'm going to go wander around. I'm looking around the store. I'm down on another floor, and it's all like outdoor furniture type stuff. There's nothing else in the store, really. Nobody there. I head back upstairs. My wife's there, and a line is behind her, and everybody's still waiting. It's been about 50 minutes. So I find the number on the web, call the store, tell the woman who answers the phone that I've been waiting for about 15 minutes, and no one has come. Then I hear a phone ring in the distance. A couple seconds later, a guy walks out. Could I help you? That's what I'm like, yeah, you could have, but since I had to wait forever and someone had to call you to tell you to do your job, you could put the furniture that I would have bought back. I'll go somewhere else. Does that make me a jerk?
I do not think it makes you a jerk. I would have done something similar. That's a long time, and there's a line for me.
Yeah, I shouldn't be waiting that long for crying out loud. Let's go to the Rock line, see what people think. Rock 107, am I a jerk?
No, hell no. I gotta agree with you. That was a good lesson.
So you do the same thing?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Sam from Facebook.com/Angry Prospector. I once picked up the phone, figured out the public address system, and paged associate to the dressing rooms after waiting 15 minutes at JCPenney's. That's impressive.
I love that, man. That's beautiful.
Crazy. Catherine from Facebook.com/Kate Rock 107 said, usually I don't disagree, but yes, in this case, a little. The person could have been coming onto a new shift on lunch or covering for another department.
Well, there were no other departments, but she may not have known that. But okay, I get it. Maybe somebody's coming back for lunch, whatever. I don't know. But you know what? Staff it up and get it figured out. Open mic on the Rock 107 app. Am I a jerk in this situation? What do you think?
I was thinking you were impatient, but then I thought 15 minutes and no one in sight. That's a long time, so no. Not a jerk.
Not a jerk.
Yeah, that's pushing it a little bit.
Yeah, man. 15 minutes. I mean, think of what you could do in 15 minutes.
Yeah, it's wild.
I can make myself 2 or 3 grilled cheese sandwiches in 15 minutes.
Leonard on Instagram.com/Kate_Rock107. Yes, a jerk. If you went through all of that without purchasing the item, then you're a jerk. You could have left without causing a scene.
I mean, I don't think I caused a scene, but maybe you could read it that way because there's people behind me who could have seen it. I was just so fed up with the waiting that I wanted someone else as inconvenienced as I felt at that time.
Kathy from your Facebook said, I don't think so. To wait nearly 15 minutes for service along with those people behind you, someone isn't doing their job. Whether it be the cashier or the manager, customer service really does make or break a business.
It's so important to get those kind of things right. Those little interactions day in, day out can change everything. We're going on to the Rock Lines. Amy from Scranton, what do you think? Am I a jerk?
Absolutely not. Customer service is no longer an actual service. You actually have to almost find people. No, it is absolutely horrible. You're 100% correct, and I would have done the same thing.
100% correct, Kate. Listen to that.
Gerard from your Facebook said, absolutely not. Customer service drives or destroys your business.
In the question today of am I a jerk for after waiting 15 minutes, going to another register, not finding anybody, calling the store, asking them to send somebody over, and then telling that guy to put it back, I don't want it, does that make me a jerk? According to you, Northeast PA, overwhelmingly, no, I am not a jerk.
Suffering from delusions of adequacy. It's Prospector
Yes, fine, he'll do.
on Rock 107. Ladies and gentlemen, grab the kids, call your neighbors, and gather round the radio.
It's now time to announce the winner of Prospector's Jam Bag of the Day, as decided by you at rock107.com.
We uncover the most baffling, ridiculous, pathetic, cockeyed, laughable, preposterous blunders in the world of misdeeds. Nominee number 1.
A man in Georgia got prison time after his day at work became a real dumpster fire. 34-year-old man named Joshua McGregor was just sentenced to 5 years in prison after he lost it during a shift at McDonald's last year. Apparently, he was overwhelmed by how busy they were, so he lit a piece of cardboard on fire and threw it into the dumpster outside. The dumpster was filled with flammable material, and the whole thing went up in flames. People in the drive-thru started fleeing, and the whole restaurant had to be shut down while the fire was brought under control. Of course, Joshua did it intentionally. He even filmed himself lighting the cardboard on fire. He pled guilty to arson charges. Thankfully, no one was hurt.
Nominee number 2.
A Tempe police officer who was recently recognized for his efforts to curb drunk driving has been arrested for, you guessed it, alleged DUI. Police say in the early morning hours of July 31st, the department was notified of a DUI investigation involving an off-duty officer named Zachary Hyde. Trooper arrested Hyde during a DUI investigation and did not elaborate on the case. Tempe police say Officer Hyde was immediately placed on administrative leave pending an internal affairs investigation. Just over a month ago, Officer Hyde was among 2 Tempe officers who received the Hero Award at the 35th Annual Mothers Against Drunk Driving Law Enforcement Recognition Banquet.
And the winner is
The McDonald's worker who got 5 years for setting a fire because things got too busy at the restaurant. You're the Yam Bag of the Day. And we'll move on to Friday's Yam Bag of the Week competition. Keep it here for all the nominees for Prospector's Yam Bag of the Day, weekday mornings on Rock 107. Thanks for listening to Prospector's Prime Cuts podcast. Be sure to catch us live weekdays from 5:30 to 10 a.m. on Rock 107 or online at rock107.com or the Rock 107 app. A free download for your Android or iPhone. Subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher Radio, or wherever you get your podcasts so you never miss Prospector's Prime Cuts.